What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Guys, we are almost in September. We have 8 months in the rearview mirror. And the question I keep asking myself is, have I gotten closer to financial freedom? Have I gotten closer to passive income? Question you should be asking yourself is the same thing. In these first 8 months of 2025, where do you stand in relationship to your financial freedom? Are you on target to meet and exceed your financial goals for 2025? And if you are, thumbs up, job well done. If you're not, then you got 4 months of opportunity left. Now, here's what I'm going to do, because I'm not where I want to be with my financial freedom in 2025. I'm on track, but I'm not quite there yet. And honestly, I thought I'd be much further along. But I made some choices that didn't quite work out, but I'm rebounding, I'm pivoting, and I'm changing up the strategy. And that strategy is pretty simple. Continue earning, continuing to take the money that I'm earning and putting it in assets. As I've talked about on previous videos, interest rates are coming down, AKA short-term interest rates, AKA the Fed funds rate. Well, how do you know they're coming down, Richard? All you got to do, man, is listen to the people that have a vote. I just read an article by one of the Fed governors, Christopher Waller. He supports rate cuts in September, and here's the reason why he supports rate cuts. Softening labor market, stabilize, and trending downward inflation. So he says he supports a rate cut of 25 basis points, maybe even more in September, depending upon the data leading up to the September 17th FOMC meeting. So that tells me more than just Christopher Waller is in favor of rate cuts. Michelle Bowman, I believe, is in favor of it as well. And again, guys, no expert here, not trying to be an expert, not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you, in my opinion, what's coming. So you got rates that'll be going down. And guess what assets do when rates go down? Assets go up. So over these next 4 months, I believe we'll have somewhere between 50 to 75 basis point rate cut. So I might as well get myself in position to potentially take advantage of a 50 to 75 basis point rate cut. Remember, when rates go down, assets go up. Because investors tend to take their money off the sideline and take it out of money markets, short-term treasuries, things like that. Because when interest rates come down, so does money market rates. So do short-term treasury rates. They come down. So now investors are left with a declining interest rate on the money that they got on the sideline. What's their option? Their option is to put that money back into assets and take advantage of a higher appreciation on the assets, and the reason being is because of demand. See, anytime you can reduce short-term interest rates, guys, by 50 to 75 basis points, that introduces a new money supply to our economy. A money supply through borrowing, right? If I can borrow money at 50 to 75 basis points less than I can today, it incentivizes me as a consumer, as a business, to go out and borrow money, because now I can get it 50 to 75 basis points cheaper. And then I can take that money and put it in assets, which creates demand for assets. And you guys already know, when you have more demand than you have supply, guess what happens? Prices go up. The opposite happens when you have more supply than you have demand. Prices go down. Assets are no different. Right? So when the Federal Reserve wants to slow down inflation, what does it do? It increases interest rates and it makes borrowing money unattractive. When money is not easily borrowed, when I say not easily borrowed through a lower interest rate, what happens? Demand falls for assets. Demand falls. So when you got more supply of assets, but you got no demand, what do prices do on those assets? They drop. That's why you saw in 2022, when the Federal Reserve started drastically increasing short-term interest rates, what happened to the stock market that year? The S&P 500, negative 20%. What happens when the Fed started reducing interest rates? What happened to the S&P 500? 2 years in a row, 20% rate of return, 23 and 24. Why? Because the Fed started reducing interest rates and assets started going up because why? Demand shot up. So that's what I'm going to be doing, guys, over these next 4 months, is taking advantage of these rate cuts that potentially I believe will be happening. And then I'm going to be taking my money that I'm out here earning, actively earning, and I'm going to continue to double down on assets. Again, guys, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, not here to try to tell you what to do. If you're not comfortable making your own financial decisions, you need to go out and find yourself a licensed financial advisor to help you, to explain this to you. My job here is just to tell you what I'm doing. So, what's the moral of the story? Get ready to buy assets. Just continue to get ready to buy assets, because I think over these next 4 months, you're going to see interest rates come down by 50 to 75 basis points before the end of 2025. Christopher Waller already went on record and said that he believes over the next 3 to 6 months, interest rates need to go to neutral. What's neutral? 3%. Where are they at today? 4.5%. So Christopher Waller believes over the next 3 to 6 months, short-term interest rates should come down from 4.5% to 3%. That's 150 basis points, guys. Do you really understand what is going to happen to assets if that happens? All I can tell you, man, is get yourself in position. I'm certainly going to be putting myself in position. I love when assets are about to go up in value. Moomoo is going to give you some NVIDIA stock when you open up a new Moomoo brokerage account and make a deposit. All you got to do is get down to the first link in the description box. That's the Moomoo brokerage link. Click on it and get all the details on how you can get some NVIDIA stock. Don't delay, act today. Second link down in the description box is the Wealth Builders Financial Community on Patreon. Guys, all we do in that community is help each other build wealth, get to financial freedom and passive income. If you want to be a part of our team, all you got to do is click on that second link. It'll take you over to Patreon, and then come sign up for the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. We'll call the Wealth Builders.